Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to the Minecraft Pocket Edition Survival Guide series. This is episode 25. I'm in my raid farm, just collecting some emeralds and other things like that. I also wanted to show you what I've done with this raid farm. My collecting system's all down here. Like I said when I made this farm. All the stuff that I'm collecting, I just try to keep it organized. We got almost half a whole chest filled with emeralds. We have so many undying totems. We can just use these to waste like nothing. What I did right here was I connected a little redstone system going all the way to the top because I wanted my lever to be all the way up there instead of me having to fly down. So what I did was I removed the power rail and I put a piece of redstone dust, and then I put a redstone torch on the side like that, and I ended up repeating the process just like this. So I ended up putting, so there's a torch, solid block, redstone dust on top, another redstone torch on the side, and so on and so forth until I reach the very top. But like I said, I did this so I won't have to turn on and turn off the farm from all the way down there, and I could just do it from up here. And I have my other lever right here so I can activate the trident killer so I can end up eliminating the pillagers from the raid. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to do this. If not, I'm probably going to show you guys in a future video. What I also ended up doing here was I put some leaves so none of the pillagers will spawn outside of the farm, because sometimes one time I did had a pillager spawn right here and a ravager, and it was no good, so I ended up putting some leaves right here and they ended up stop spawning right there. Also, another thing, if you're having mobs spawn on top of here, go ahead and place some string, or you can place carpets, doesn't matter. I don't know why I broke this right now, but I ended up losing one piece of string, so I gotta put another one up here. So once in a while, some of the pillagers will spawn up here, because since I'm in a snow biome, snow would be on top of here, making them spawn on top of right here. But if you go ahead and place string on top, it will prevent them from spawning up here. But overall, it shouldn't be breaking your farm if you have it in a regular biome. That's what I wanted to show you. I didn't get to show you when I made this on the day of the raid farm, but I'm glad I was able to show you right now, because today's episode we are going to make a slime farm. In order to make a slime farm, you do have to go to a website called Chunkbase. I mentioned it a couple times before. You do have to put your seed and then also put your coordinates, and then you're gonna find a slime chunk. And this green box is a whole entire slime chunk. One thing when making a slime farm, you do have to mine an entire chunk so you can get the most efficient slime. The best part about using this website is you can find the chunks borders and the edges, so you can mine out your whole entire chunk without making any single mistake. My whole entire chunk starts from 64 to negative 96, and also from 79 to negative 81. So I gotta find those two coordinates, and then from there I gotta start mining the whole entire chunk. And every chunk consists of 16 by 16 square perimeter. Luckily for me, I already found those two coordinates, and I had to mine out this whole entire chunk area. You also have to do is you're gonna have to mine all this until you reach Y level 15. You can mine a little more further down if you want, but I am mining at Y level 15 because this is the best spot to get the most efficient of your slimes. The next part, what you have to do is you're gonna have to pick a side. Well, you can pick two sides if you want, and you're gonna mine out 3 blocks. Then we're also gonna mine 3 blocks down, and on the 4th block we are gonna place magma blocks. The reason why we're gonna be doing that is because this whole entire farm is gonna be automatic, just like the rest of the other farms that we made. So go ahead and mine out just what I did right here, and you do have to mine all the way to the top because we are gonna be making multiple layers. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this side, and then I'm gonna repeat it in this side as well. After mining everything out, you should have something like this. I mined it all the way to the top, and I did it to this side as well. That's all you have to do right now. It's a lot of mining, but it's nothing too difficult to do. Next part that we are gonna do is we're gonna get rid of these blocks right here. Once you get rid of these blocks right here, go ahead and place your magma blocks. So once you place your magma blocks, you should have something like this, and we're gonna go ahead and do it to the other side. But before we do that, we are gonna go 1 block down, just like this. Well, actually, let's go 2 blocks down so we can have space for ourselves. But the reason why we're gonna be mining under the magma blocks is because we are gonna be placing a minecart with a hopper, and that's what's gonna be collecting all of our slime. I needed to grab a couple more stuff. Now that I got it, I can go ahead and place. I can go ahead and finish this up now. So I'm gonna go ahead and place a redstone block right there, so I can activate that, and then I'm gonna place my rails right here as well. Alright, so after putting magma blocks on both spots, you should have something like this. I filled everything up. In the bottom of the magma blocks, I already have a little rail system, so I can put my minecart with a hopper. But I'm not gonna put my minecart with a hopper just yet. I'm gonna have one minecart hopper going on both of these sides, then going to the middle, and then we're gonna have the middle go all the way to the top, collecting all of our slime. Now that we have this done, what we can do is we can start making some extra platforms. The reason why we're gonna have more platforms is because we're gonna want more slimes to spawn in those extra platforms. If you just want to make a little simple small slime farm, you could just leave it just like this. So the more platforms that we have, the more of the slimes will spawn. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3. On the fourth block, it's gonna be our second platform. Pretty much we are gonna just repeat this all the way till we reach the very top. I went ahead and repeat the process until I reached the very top. And the reason why I did that is because I want the most amount of slimes to spawn, and so I can collect the most drops out of them. Before I do anything else, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place torches on these blocks right here. And the reason why is because I don't want any other mobs to spawn other than slime cubes. I'm gonna place torches on all my platforms, so it is gonna take me a good minute, but once I'm done, I'm gonna show you what to do next. Now that I finished putting all my light source in each individual layer, what I can do next is I can show you how to make this farm fully functional now. Alright, so there are one of 3 ways to make this farm efficient. So what you can do is, well, the first one I'm not going to show you because that does require snowmen, and you do need to put them in a minecart with a hopper. But if you want to know how to place that, I am gonna put a link in the description to Silent Whispers channel because I basically got this idea from him. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna use the iron golem method because I have a bunch of iron that I can use. And the third method, it is gonna be a little more easier. It's just gonna take up a lot more time and it's gonna take up a lot more resources. So the third method is you are gonna need scaffolding. If you don't have enough iron to make iron golems or anything like that, I recommend getting scaffolding and filling everything up with scaffolding. So you're gonna want to fill all this up with scaffolding, and then you're gonna want to place water on top of the scaffolding. But like I said, I am gonna link in the description to the Silent Whispers channel. This is his idea, and he also shows you those other methods. I am gonna empty out these 8 blocks right here. There you go. Now I do need to get rid of these blocks over here. So the reason why I got rid of those blocks right there as well, so we do need the slimes to see our iron golems so they could go ahead and chase them, and then they're gonna fall all the way down there. Now that we got that, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it on this side as well, and then I'm also gonna do it to the other on my platforms. So it is gonna take me a while, but that's literally all you have to do. I have every section filled up with iron golems. I put some light sources in there so I won't have any other mobs trying to spawn in there, trying to attack our iron golem. It is a lot to do for a simple farm. Doing this would give us the best rates. As you can see, we already have some slime balls down there, and all we gotta do is collect all those slime balls. Alright, so once we do that, I am gonna dig all the way down here till I reach the Y level 15. So let's go ahead and dig all the way down. Before I do anything else, I just wanted to let you know we are basically done with the farm. If you don't want to do anything else, this is basically all there is to it for the farm. I want to collect everything up here so I won't have to go down here. But if you don't want to do anything else, like I said, you are officially done with the farm. If you want to see how I'm going to make my collecting system, you can continue watching the video. So I align myself where I'm having my rows at. I'm gonna connect all my rows to right here because I'm gonna have hoppers. I'm also gonna be having a little dropper system going up all the way to the top where I have my other hoppers going into my chest. After fixing my little situation, I made it much more aligned to where this hole is gonna be, because if I had it a little more closer, the water was gonna spill out. And the reason why we're gonna have water is because we're gonna have a little elevator going all the way to the top. so all of our stuff can get collected. I'm gonna go ahead and place my minecart water hopper. My minecart water hopper is gonna be going back and forth. It's gonna be going that way as well. And it's gonna do the same thing. It's just gonna keep going back and forth just like that, collecting all of our slime. So I'm gonna go all the way to the top. I'm gonna place a bucket of water so it reaches all the way down here. And the spots that are not full water source, I'm gonna use my kelp and I'm gonna turn it into a full water source. So let's go ahead and place our bucket of water. Should go all the way to the bottom. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna place a button right here. Me placing my button right there is gonna prevent the water from flowing into that way in order for my slime to flow into the water right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my kelp and I'm just gonna place it until I reach the very top. Now that we did that, we can go all the way down and then we can place our soul sand. This block right here. Place our soul sand and we are gonna go to the top. Just like that. So as you can see, our slime is flowing to the top. And now I am gonna make this a little more higher so it can go on top of our hopper right there. I can use any block that water won't flow through. Can go just like that. Go ahead and cover this side as well. Make this one more block high, just like that. Make it like that. Another block right here. Another one right here. And just like that. I'm gonna have it just like that. So the reason why I did it like that is because I want my slime balls to go into the hopper and for my water to not flow out. Go ahead and place this bucket of water just like that. Unfortunately, I have to go all the way back down again and I have to place my kelp. So let me go ahead and do that real quick and I'm going to show you the finished progress. After going back down there and trying to make this into a water column, I finally finished what I needed to do. Everything should be working well now. So that's pretty much all you have to do for this farm. I am going to customize a little bit right here to see what I can do to cover this part up. And then hopefully next episode I get to show you how it's going to look. I still have a bunch of things I need to do. I also wanted to say sorry for the lack of any updates again. Just been very busy. But with that being said, we are not the end of our episode. I am going to finish decorating this place up. With that being said, my name is Animated Didi, and I catch you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.